Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This wine glass is empty. We should fill it. Let's do so now. I hope you guys are having a great Friday. It's actually Wednesday for me. I am having a glass of wine. You know, as a YouTuber, you just have to film whenever you can, and it just so happens to be Wednesday night, so sorry there's a weird shadow. Lighting. Let me fix the lighting. Uno momento. Is that better? Probably not. Anyways. What's up, you guys? Happy Friday. Welcome back to my channel. So, I asked you guys on Instagram. Sorry, Scooby's just like prancing by. Okay. So, I asked you guys on Instagram to send me your hot takes / unpopular opinions about reselling. I have seen these videos done about numerous topics. Ladylike has done it, Sierra Schultz has done it. A lot of YouTubers have done this hot take style video, and I thought it would be fun to do a hot take / unpopular opinions reselling edition. So that's what we're doing. I hit myself in the chin already. I've had a lot of wine. As you can see, this bottle is empty, so this should be fun. Just for the safety of everyone involved, I don't want anyone to get any hate or anything like that. I have no problem taking hate comments. It's what I signed up for. I'm on YouTube. It's gonna happen. But I don't want any of you guys to get hate, so for that reason, I'm not going to be putting your responses on the screen. I'm not going to be sharing any usernames. I'm just going to be reading your responses. So without further ado, grab a drink of your choice. Cheers to you and cheers to our hot takes. Let's get started. So I want to start off on a very open note, and I'm going to share with you my hot take, or my unpopular opinion about reselling. My hot take is that, God, I'm gonna get so much backlash for this. And you know what? This is what this video is about. It's my opinion, and it's okay. So, my hot take is that POSHFest is a waste of money. And let me explain myself. Before anybody asks in the comments, no, I have not been to POSHFest, and I choose not to go to POSHFest because of people's stories about POSHFest. I just don't think I'm gonna get anything out of it. I can't justify spending $200 on a ticket, plus my plane ticket, plus eating, plus drinks, plus, you know, it's just a lot of money. And for what? What am I gaining from it? Yes, I'm going to learn about the new Posh update, but at the end of the day, I can just watch that on Instagram. Like, people who are going to POSHFest, or, you know, just POSHMARK in general, puts out Instagram stories about the new updates. I'm gonna find out about it eventually. I don't feel the need to spend that much money just to like be in the know. You know what I mean? And yes, I think it's good to meet new poshers, and I think it's good to socialize and find people who are doing the thing that you're doing. And I think it's good to like network, but I think you can do that on a more like local level. You can always find like Posh and Sips in your area where it doesn't cost anything to go. The cost is maybe like your gas and maybe like a latte or a drink, just depending on where it's held at. But in my opinion, POSHFest is just like, it's one big party and it's not necessary. Please don't hate me for that. Just in my opinion, it's not something that I'm willing to spend money on. So that's my hot take. Do with it what you will. All right, so with that being said, let's get into your hot takes. So I have my handy dandy laptop here. I've got all your screenshots of your answers on the screen, and I'm just gonna read them aloud for your entertainment pleasure. I'm so tipsy. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the first one is, honestly, I hate the embarrassment I feel when I tell people what I do. I get that. I don't know how to explain to people, like, yeah, I just sell used clothing on the internet. It's very weird. It's an awkward conversation to have. So I get that. Sometimes I think I'm scamming people by selling items I got for $1 for $20. I feel that remorse every time I list something. I think to myself, well, I only spent like $1 on it. So really, like, if I'm going by my method of only tripling my profit, I should only be making like $4 on this, right? So designer brands suck, LOL. Give me all the Gap and Loft items. I agree with that to a certain extent. Yes, I believe that there are certain people that can sell designer brands like it's nothing. Like, they can sell it like it's a mall brand all day, every day. I'm not that person, and I think it just depends on how you market yourself in the beginning. But I totally agree. Quantity over quality. I wouldn't survive where I live if I didn't sell this way. I agree with that because I know that there's a lot of states in the US that just don't have quality items. You know, like suburbia America just has Loft, and you know what? Sometimes you have to make that work for you, and that's okay. It's okay. Don't let anybody else make you think that you have to have like designer brands in order to be a good seller. Don't ever think that. It's gonna be a long video. I'm only on the first like screenshot. A lot of pricey brand resellers pick up saying they're cute, but they're ugly AF. I agree with this. A lot of people will pick up like Anthropologie pieces. What's a specific like Anthropologie brand that I think is just ugly? Moth. Moth is one of those brands. It's like, it's hit or miss. They have cute pieces, but also some of their pieces are just hideous, and people will pick it up just because it's an Anthropologie brand, and I think that's ridiculous. Like, do not be brand oriented, always be fashion oriented. Like, what's in style, what's trending. Don't just pick up something because it's an Anthropologie brand. Some of their stuff is just ugly. Like, sorry, no hate, Anthropologie, it's ugly. It's hideous. Not everyone can do it. Some people just don't have the business mindset to succeed. That is true. It's very difficult. It takes a lot of discipline, and it's a hard business to be in. So I totally agree with you. This person says, okay, my response won't fit in here, so I'm going to send a couple. I get down with that. Let's get into the long response. One of the biggest reasons to resell is to promote and exercise purchasing secondhand clothing to help the environment. Yet, Poshmark pushes for us to use excess paper, tissue, string, yarn, etc. And I think we should be pushing the thought of using fewer resources to go along with one of Poshmark's biggest upsides, which is helping the environment. I don't want to compete with other sellers' crazy excess packaging standards because Poshmark is pushing this. It can be cute without all of that. Rant over. I hope you can make sense of this all. I completely agree. I am one of those sellers that doesn't put a thank you note. Yes, I have my own little like thank you stickers that I print out on my Rollo printer. I use tissue paper. A lot of times I'll use recycled newspaper, or not on clothing because I don't want the ink to get on the clothing, but on like home goods I'll use recycled newspaper. I use recycled Amazon boxes. I always try to keep my waste factor down, and I completely agree with that. I think it is very contradicting that Poshmark pushes this like, oh, it should be like a gift. It should, you know, come wrapped in this beautiful like poly mailer. A poly mailer is, yes, it's recyclable, but how many people are actually going to go to a bin and put it in the proper recycling bin to recycle it? Like, because with plastic bags or with poly mailers or whatever with like film, you have to put it in a certain recycling bin. You can't just put it in your plastic recycling bin at home. So how many people are actually going to do that? You know what I mean? So I am totally 100% in agreement with you. I don't get that. And I feel like that can hurt ratings sometimes, because a buyer can experience someone who has, you know, the beautiful poly mailer and they have the little ribbon and the little thank you card, but then they get your item and it's just packaged. It's packaged well and it's packaged safely and it arrives in perfect condition, but they don't have that same experience. They have that like standard set. So it makes it hard for them to be like excited about the item now that they've had that standard. I don't like sharing how much money I spent on something unless I bought it for myself. Yes, this is something that I struggled with a lot in my journey. And I had a lot of people saying to me, oh, you know, I wish you would share your cost of goods. I wish you would share, you know, this and that. And it's hard to come to that conclusion that, okay, like, it's kind of like pulling back the curtain and saying, okay, you know, I only spent $1 on this, but I'm going to try and sell it for $20. Like, yes, that's good for learning purposes. Like, if they're trying to become a reseller, they can see, okay, I can buy this item for $1 and I can sell it for $20. But I also have customers only who watch me. Like, they don't resell. They're just customers or potential customers. And it kind of pulls back that curtain, and they almost, I'm sure they feel like kind of scammed, you know? So I totally agree with that. Community shares are the biggest waste of time. I agree. I saw somebody, I can't remember who it was. Somebody let me know down in the comments below. I'm sure you guys know. But there was this girl who shared her experience with community shares. And she emailed POSHMARK and asked them, you know, does this help in the algorithm? Does it push the item to just shared? Does it really do anything? Is there a purpose for community shares? And POSHMARK's response was basically no. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't push your item to just shared. It doesn't do anything. There's absolutely no purpose other than like trying not to make people feel bad, I guess. Like, we have this like mindset as Poshmark users that we have to share back because it shares the Posh love and it shows that person that you're supporting them. But at the end of the day, it doesn't help at all. So I personally, I don't share back. I don't share other people's closets. I only share my own closet. I have been in such like conflict with this. But then when I saw that and I saw Poshmark's response, I was like, I'm just wasting my time. Like, it takes me long enough just to share my own closet, and then I'm sharing other people's closet for what? For what? You know? So, you know, I'm probably going to get some hate for that. That's fine. But at the end of the day, community shares mean nothing other than like a thank you for sharing my closet. And like, I get it. Like, it's supposed to be a community and we're supposed to be supporting each other, but I wish there was some other way because it's not doing anything. It's useless, basically. All right, so next response is cute poly mailers and thank you cards are a waste of money. We touched on this already. I completely agree. If somebody gets a thank you card, they're just going to throw it away. Like, yes, it's cute and it's nice. And people are going to be like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. But they're going to throw it away. And it's a waste at the end of the day. So, yes, let's do away with cute poly mailers. A padded flat rate envelope from the post office is just fine. It's fine. And I think I've had one person in my entire career on Poshmark comment on my packaging. So that one negative review suited up against hundreds of positive reviews is fine. The next response is, it's not nice when Poshers say bad things about the clothes they just sold on YouTube. I mean, yeah, if you're not happy about the items you're selling, I think that's kind of contradicting. Like, how do you expect somebody else to like an item if you don't like the item? I agree with that. I don't like YouTubers to say what they paid for items. I think we touched on this earlier. Obviously, you know, there's speculation about whether you should say what you paid for an item or not. If you do, it's not necessarily bad. It's just, you know, it's like pulling the curtain back. It's revealing the wizard that isn't a wizard. Let me know down in the comments if you get that reference. I hate wasting my money on cute poly mailers, free USPS all the way, baby. Yes, I'm here for that. Use those free USPS poly mailers. There's nothing wrong with them. Why are you spending your hard-earned money on cute poly mailers? It's such a waste. They're just gonna go in the garbage. I don't know. I just want to drink coffee, pet my dogs, and be happy. I agree with that. I want to pet my dog also. And just be happy. Scooby wants to say hi. Say hi. Oh, hello. He's like, Mom, let go of me. You're embarrassing me. Can I have a kiss? Oh, thank you. That's so nice. Okay, here it goes. I don't do posh parties or go to Posh Fest. Unpopular? ? Probably. Okay, so that ties into my unpopular opinion, which I do posh parties to a certain extent. Sometimes I'll go to Posh and Sips because I think it's nice to like interact with people who do what you do. Do I gain something from it? Yes, sometimes I, get new business ideas. I make friends. 9 times out of 10, I don't hang out with those people. So is it a waste? I don't know. It is what it is. But when they start selling on Amazon and suddenly selling used clothing becomes a terrible idea to them. Yes, always remember where you came from. So if you start selling on Amazon and, that becomes your full-time thing, don't forget that you once sold used clothing. Stay humble, folks. Stay humble. Alrighty. Mall brands sell the best. You're not the first person to say this, so it must be true for some people. I mean, I think style sells over brand any day, every day, so I completely agree. So this response says, I got it from my honey hole. What's the point of using the word honey hole? And it has like the vomit emojis. Now that you say that honey hole sounds gross, I agree. And I have used the word honey hole before, and I will never use it again. So thank you for that. I appreciate when someone shares my closet, then I go to share their closet, and it is horrible. I mean, we've all been there. Their pictures are not great. The nice side of me doesn't want to say that, horrible pictures are a thing, but it is a thing. And you go to share someone's, sorry, Scooby is like snoring right now. He's so cute and sleepy. You go to share the love back and their closet isn't great. And it makes it hard to share those items. So that can be turned into a positive thing, which means work on your photos. Your photos are what your customers think of your item. So definitely have those good photos because that is the impression that your customer is getting. I hate listings with wrinkled, dirty clothes. Have some pride, people. Yes, I agree. Steaming an item, making it look presentable, making it look like they could wear it, showing them, inspiring your customers to think of new ways to wear an item. I completely agree with that. Your item should be presentable. Many glam posh sellers are making money on eBay, and it has like the emoji with like the zipper mouth, like they're hush hush about it. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people in this industry are making money other ways, but they're not talking about it. So, yeah, I mean, just be careful who you listen to, and know that 9 times out of 10, I would say like even 9.5 times out of 10, they're making money somewhere else. So don't just put all your eggs into one basket, as my mama would say. High-end sells slower, and luxury is riskier than just selling ordinary cute. I agree. There are some sellers who just sell high-end brands. Hi, Scoob. Oh, good. Snuggle. Yes. So aesthetic. Okay, there are some sellers who only sell luxury brands, and it sells quickly for them. But for other sellers, it takes time. So, you know, be patient. And your bread and butter pieces, obviously, are going to be the money makers in between. Dude, can't stand people posting their blasts about lowball offers. Needs to stop. I agree. I've made an entire video about this. I cannot stand when people screenshot their lowball offers and like just put them out for the entire interwebs to see. Stop doing that. It's so tacky, and it doesn't help your business at all. I mean, I get like venting, but like, call your mom, call your boyfriend, call your best friend, tell them about the lowball offer. That's fine. I get it. You need to vent. You need to let off some steam. But posting it on the internet for everyone to see is just ridiculous. Like, that's probably like the best response in my opinion. I hate that. I cannot stand when people put others on blast. Like, think about that, because lowball is such a subjective term. You know what I mean? So say somebody has something listed for $35 and I come in and I offer them $25. To me, that's a reasonable offer because I always price things about $10 more than I expect from it. But to them, it may be a lowball offer. And then say they decide that that's a lowball offer and it's completely offensive to them, and they post a screenshot of it, a private offer. They post a private offer, something that's supposed to be between customer and seller, and that's it, on social media. And blurring the name is not any better. Like, I think it's still tacky. But when people don't blur the name, I'm like, come on. How would you feel if somebody did that to you? You wouldn't like it. It would hurt. It feels like, because a lowball offer is so subjective. I hate it. I hate that. So, amen, sis. I'm going to drink to that. That is a good response. Yes. All right. I don't understand the appeal of Ray Dunn or Lolly. Can you guys tell I've had too much wine? I don't understand the appeal of Ray Dunn or Lily Pulitzer. I don't either. And you know what? I am from the South, which is like the mecca of Ray Dunn and Lily Pulitzer, and I don't get it. I think it's so unoriginal. I think it's just like cookie cutter. I mean, some people can pull it off. It's their style. Let them do what they want. It's not my personal style. I don't like it, but it is what it is. It's fine. Always find new with tag amazing items and not disclosing that you actually got it retail/sale. Yes. I don't necessarily think that you should give up your cost of goods because, like I said, it's like revealing your secret. But I think you should say like where you got it. Like, if you got it at TJ Maxx, just say that you got it at TJ Maxx. Don't act like you got it from Goodwill. I think it's misleading people, especially if you're in that like leadership teaching role, like on YouTube, where you've taken on this role of like teaching new resellers to, you know, get good inventory. I mean, I believe in truly being transparent. I'm watching the Secretariat on CMT.
I swear to it.
Let's mute that. I agree. You should, you know, reveal certain things, but not too much. There's a balance, but you should be real. You should be real with your audience, and you shouldn't mislead people. People need to stop copying everyone else and do what works for them. Yes, I've preached that since day one. What works for me is not necessarily going to work for you. And what works for you is not necessarily going to work for me. The best advice I can give for new resellers is to be yourself. Be true and authentic, and you will thrive. There's no one better in this world than you. That's it. It's really, really difficult to make enough money to truly be full-time. Need more money with a lot of Y's. I agree. It's very hard to make it full-time. I even switched from full-time reselling to, you know, I do graphic design work as a like base income, and then I do reselling. So it's hard to figure that out. And you know what? Some of these big POSHMARK sellers make it look so easy to be a full-time reseller, and it's not. It's so hard. There's so many factors that go into it. And, you know, if you're a full-time reseller, kudos to you. I personally need a more stable income, so that's why I do, you know, the graphic design on the side, and then I do reselling on the side. So I have like a half and half kind of balance, and that's what works for me. So again, that goes back to don't copy what everyone else is doing, do what works for you. I do not like the use of stock photos when it's done for cover shots when the item is used. Okay, you're calling me out. You're calling me out, sis, because I will, if I can use a stock photo and be lazy and not have to model my item or make it look super pretty in the cover photo, I will take the lazy way out and use a stock photo. So I am guilty of this. I agree, but I'm also guilty of it. So, I'm conflicted. I get it. I understand where you're coming from. Now that I'm like mostly vintage, obviously there's not stock photos for vintage. So, you know, it's easier for me to stay away from stock photos, but you know, I can respect your opinion. I get it. I see you. I understand. If I like it, I buy it and list it. I like it. I want it. I got it. I buy it. Oh, that's Ariana Grande. I definitely butchered those lyrics. It doesn't always have to be a good brand. Yes, as I've always said, style over brand. I completely agree. It's 1000% noticeable when resellers, especially poshers in parentheses, buy Instagram followers like we know with the eye roll emoji. Yes, I completely agree. Stop buying followers. It's so stupid. Like, so you have that number of followers displayed. Cool. But they're not engaging. They're not liking your posts. They're not commenting on your posts. They're not actual people. So what's the point? Stop buying followers. It's stupid. All right. And our last response is, there's no such thing as lowballing. And it literally had all those claps. You're welcome for the theatrical presentation of this message. Only opportunities. So many sellers miss out on sales by blocking customers that offer 50% or less. It's a bad practice, y'all. Thank you for using y'all. You just spoke to my southern soul. An offer is a starting point, aka an opportunity. to negotiate a sale. Negative Nancy's can keep on with that lowball nonsense. Send them to me. I'll not only make a sale, but a buddy too. Yes. Did I just dab? Is dabbing still a thing? Probably not. I agree. In my opinion, lowballing is not a thing. Does it hurt me initially? Yes. I'm like, okay, I was asking $50 for this and you offered me $10. It hurts the spirit. It does. And you know what? That's just honest and truthful. But instead of taking it as a personal shot to yourself, why not take it as an opportunity? Okay, they offered me 10. What's the lowest I'm willing to go? So I'll offer them like 30 and let's see what happens. You know, we may go back and forth, but you never know. Sometimes it turns out bad and they ghost you or they respond back with their original offer of $10 and, you know, you just let it go. Stop letting little shit get to you. Just stop taking stuff personally. It's business and, you know, that's what they're willing to pay for the item and they've let you know that. And if that's not what you're willing to take for the item, then hold out for it. If you could meet somewhere in the middle, then great. You just made a sale, you made money, you profited from that item that you probably paid $2, $3 for, and everyone's happy. So, you know, sometimes you need to lower your expectations to make some money. That's another hot take. So with that, we're going to conclude this video. Thank you guys for all of your responses. I had a great time making this video and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please be sure and give it a thumbs up on your way out. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join our family. We would love to have you. I put new videos out every Wednesday and Friday and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye guys.